Okay, so starter 2, back to one of these partial fraction kind of questions. So let's just have a look at this. 5x to the 5 minus 4x cubed plus 2x minus 1 all over. Let's expand the bottom. So we're going to have x cubed. We'd have minus 4x, so it's going to be minus 4x squared, and then plus 4x is identical to. Okay, so we need to do the long division, which we can do in our grid. X cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x times something equals 5x to the 5. So that's going to be 5x squared. 5x squared times minus 4x squared is minus 20x to the 4 plus 20x cubed. Okay, let's look then. So how many lots of x to the 4 have we got? Oh, hang on, let's just check that. Maps onto that. We've got 0x to the 4 up here. Yeah, it's 0 lots of x to the 4. So when we look along this diagonal, we need 0x to the 4. So this must be plus 20x to the 4. Plus 20x to the 4. So this is plus 20x minus 80x cubed plus 80x squared. Okay, now we look at our x cubes. We've got minus 4, and here we've got plus 20 minus 80. So that's minus 60. So we need to add on plus 56x cubed. So here we've got plus 56 minus 224 x squared plus 224. So the remainder. Okay, let's just finish this bit off. So those are now the same. And now we can look at the x squared. So if we go to the x squared, we've got plus 80 minus 224. And up here, again, we've got 0 x squared. So we've got minus 224 plus 80. So that looks like we need to add on another 144. So it's going to be plus 144x squared to get a total of 0x squared. How many x's have we got? Plus 2. Oh, that should have have an x on there, shouldn't it? Down there. So we want 2x, and we've got 224x, so it's going to be minus 222x. And then that is looking at these bits. And then last of all, we need minus 1. So minus 1, minus 1. And just to complete the highlighting, that should have been pink. Okay. So our answer so far looks like this. When we do the division, we get 5x squared plus 20x plus 56, and a remainder of 1 plus 144x squared minus 22x minus 1 minus 222x minus 1, which still needs to be divided by x over x minus 2 squared. So now we're going to do the partial fraction bit. Let 144x squared minus 222x minus 1 over x times x minus 2 squared be identical to a over x plus b over x minus 2 plus c over x minus 2 squared. Multiply through by the denominator, so we get 144x squared minus 222x minus 1 is identical to a lots of x minus 2 squared plus b lots of x times x minus 2 plus c lots of x. Okay, what values of x are sensible to choose? Well, 0 seems like a good one to start with, so let x equals 0, and we get minus 1 equals 4a. Implies a equals a negative a quarter. If we let x equal 2, we're going to get 144 times 2 squared minus 222 times 2 minus 1 equals 0 from here, 0 from here, so it will be 2c. Okay, so 4 lots of 144, 4 14s are 40, 56, so we've got 56 plus 16 is 576 minus 444 minus 1 equals 2c. And so that leaves us 131 equals 2c. Implies c equals 131 over 2. Okay, now, last thing we could look at, we could put another number in. I prefer to look at the extremes on the coefficients. Coefficients of x squared gives 144 is equal to a plus b. A equals negative a quarter. So we've got 144 and a quarter equals b, but I prefer to write that as 4 lots of 144, which is 576, plus the 1 is 577 over 4. So now we've got our full answer, which will be 5x to the 5x to the 5 minus 4x cubed plus, was it 2x minus 1 plus 2x minus 1 over x times, I think it was x minus 2 squared, is identical to, yes, that's correct, identical to 5x squared plus 20x plus 56, 5x plus squared plus 20x plus 56 plus a, which was negative 1 over 4, negative a quarter, x. Notice the way I've written in the quarter. Yeah, negative a quarter, and then the x. Then we get b, which was plus 577 over 4, and b was over x minus 2, so that's x, take away 2, plus c, which is 131 over 2, 131 over 2 lots of x minus 2 squared as our final answer. Numbers are slightly awkward, but that does us no harm.